Yeah, I'm here with Jack Sangster. Pretty important day for the Sangster family, for your dad, Red, and as well for yourself, Jack. We're going to dive in and talk about your career coaching. Um, Started here in 1975, the original King Miners. You were the first coach.
That's correct, Glenn.
So, we got one of your old players here that's playing tonight, ET. So, just talk about that first year coaching, and you're a fairly young guy when you start coaching, and it's in your own home community.
Well, first of all, I got into coaching quite accidentally. A coach got sick, and they asked me to take over. There was a team coming up, a juvenile team from Winnipeg coming up, and to play us. And I said, well, I don't know a lot about coaching, but and I was just 2 years older than the rest of the guys in the team, and I said, I don't know if they'll listen to me, but everything turned out pretty well, and we beat this juvenile team from Winnipeg, and they might have been the worst juvenile team going because we were 2 years younger than them, and we beat them, and all of a sudden, wow, I'm one of a good coach, and I got no experience. Anyway, I started getting into coaching clinics, and I started going to them, and my finances weren't the best, so I said, Dad, I can't do this anymore. It's just too expensive. So he said, well, why don't you go to minor hockey and tell them to pay your way, and you'd come back and run a coaching clinic here. So I thought that was a good idea. So I approached minor hockey, and they had a meeting, and they said, yeah, we'll share the costs with you and everything. So that's what I did, and I learned more about coaching, and then I won a double-A midget title in Winnipeg with guys like Jetty and Kelly Davis and Ellen Zelke and Yafensky and all those guys. And that summer I got a call from Portage Terriers saying that they wanted me to come down and have an interview. So I went down, had the interview, and 4 days later I was back in Thompson. I got a call, said I had the job. So I went down there, and I had my first coaching experience down there, and I was going to go back there, and lo and behold, Thompson got a junior A hockey club, and they asked if I would come back and coach them. So I figured, well, yeah, my own hometown, I think that'd be neat, and I knew a lot of the guys from here, so I come back, and I coached for a couple years up here, and then the Thompson mining industry took a turn and went south, and all of a sudden we didn't have the resources. They were laying off people at Inco, and the team folded. So I went out applied out in Alberta, and the team I applied for, Red Deer Rustlers, I get out there and they just hired a coach. So I'm going down, and I've got some relatives in Tabor, and they have the Tabor Golden Suns there of the Alberta Junior Hockey League. So I phoned the owner. They said they were looking for a coach. So I met with him, and 4 pots of coffee later, he said he would meet with the executive and give me a call. So I got around Indian Head, and I stopped off at a payphone. I called them, and I had the job. So I was there for 2 years, and then after that, I got a call from the Regina Pats asking to come down and for the interview, and I was home here fishing in Thompson, and I decided I went down, stopped in, and they had a coach. They had hired a coach, but he quit, and he went back to college to coach. And 4 days later, I get a call. I had the job there. So I was there for 1 year, and from then on, they said they were going to go in another direction, and so I got hired by Seattle. The coach, or the general manager and owner, called me. I went down there for an interview, and I was there for 2 years. I won the Coach of the Year award there the first year. It was funny because we were 4-16 when we started off the first 20 games, and I thought after this road trip, I think we're going to get the pink slip here, because he says, Jack, how did the road trip go? I said, well, I seen some good things, and I see some bad things. Well, step into my office, he said, tell me the good things. So from then on, we changed our game plan. I seen that we had one of the toughest teams in the league, and so we resorted to some tactics, and we started winning, and the guys were great. In fact, I just come back from there. They called me up. I hadn't seen any of them for 33 years. I went down there from the 20th of November to the 23rd, and we had a blast. These guys are all the same types of guys, same personalities, but a lot more mature. I heard some stories that were I'd heard before, and some I hadn't heard.
Yeah. So one of the things I did hear, though, Ray Ferraro, Brandon Wheat King, you brought him in, and you know, as a coach, sometimes when you hear this stuff, he was interviewed, and one of the things they said, if you could give anyone any credit to your career, and he said Jack Sangster. So just talk a bit about your bringing in Ray Ferraro, because he scored 100 goals, I think, that year after you brought him in. And you did something to elevate his career, and you did a lot of things to help him.
Well, Ray was one of these guys that, you know, you could always depend on. He was a very honest player. He never cut corners. I got him because I seen him play 2 years in Seattle when he was with Portland, and I thought he was a very good hockey player. And when I phoned Seattle to see if he was available, because I knew he was going to Hartford's camp in the NHL, and he said if he doesn't make the Hartford club, he will be sent back to us, and he was available for trade. So we had this guy by the name of Blaine Crest, and he was coming third in the scoring in the Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League as a 16-year-old. And we were having some problems signing him to the Brandon Wheat King. So I just said, well, if he's not coming, I said to Portland, and they knew of him. So we got 5 guys from Portland, including Ray Ferraro, for Blaine. And Blaine never went on to make the NHL. I think he got drafted fairly high, but he never did go. But Ray Ferraro was a godsend to us. He got 107 goals that year, and he wasn't even an invite to the World Junior team. But one game he got 7 goals, and he went against 2 guys from PA that were both on the World Junior team, and he made him look pretty bad, really.
Okay, so now we start talking about your dad, who we just recently lost. You know, Red was quite the guy. Everyone knew Red Sangster. There's so many things that Red did for this community in the years he was here. And you know, and I phoned you and said, okay, where are we putting him? His love was baseball. He was a big part of hockey, a big part of the whole, you know, along the wall, getting everything going. What do you think it would have meant to him to be on here? I know he was on and he was taken off as we did construction. Red was on the wall, off the wall, but he's finally up, and he's found his spot here now.
Well, you know, he appreciated all the honors that he got from different groups, different organizations, and he was one of these guys that if there was something to be done, he was going to get it done. He'd get a group of people together and say, hey, we're going to do this. Well, Red, how are we going to do that? He said, well, I'll get it, I'll see so-and-so and I'll see so-and-so, and we'll start it. And once we start it, we're going to finish it. That's the type of guy he was.
And I think the big thing about Red was he always had fun doing it, too.
He had he knew so many people knew him, and he called some favors in, and people were happy to get things done that a lot of people talked about and didn't do.
And Terry Murray brought up a good thing. He said to, you know, thank Linda. Well, the other one to thank is Mary, because Mary was down here doing everything too. Mary Sangster, your mom, she was a big part of this community too. So we got to give Mary some credit there, because she was doing a lot of things for this community as well.
You know, it's funny you should mention that. On his 67th wedding anniversary. The family had a supper at the Burntwood Hotel in a private room, and I had this gold medal that I had at home. And after the dinner, I got up and said a little speech and presented her with this gold medal around her neck, because she was the one that held the family together. And I always said, Mom, you should have a gold medal for putting up with them.
Yeah. Okay, well, Jack, well, thanks for being here. It'll be a good night. Corman says that he thinks they're going to edge you out tonight. We'll see who the better coach is. We'll honor your dad tonight, and have a good time, and thanks for coming out.
Yeah, well, you know, Glenn, when I had Doug as a player, I didn't tell all my coaching tricks to him, okay?
Okay.
Thanks.
So we'll see.
Well, we'll have a good time tonight.
Okay, thanks for coming out, Jack.
My pleasure.